video because I got, I got lost. Well, uh, shit happens. So I am here today to talk about the energies of this next week and inaugurating the live transmissions, bringing myself to the discomfort of doing this and acquiring new ways of communicating. Well, this week is going to be determined by the energy of in reality we have a lot of movements, but something that is going to be very important is that we have a lot of planets in Gemini. We have an stellium there, creating these trines with Pluto in Aquarius, retrograde in Aquarius, especially Jupiter, because Jupiter is going to perfect this trine the next week, but we are going to feel it this week with a lot of intensity. And in several videos before, I commented how Jupiter is linked with the beliefs, the structures of thought. So we are going to face this week how, we have to liberate ourselves from old beliefs that are anchoring us to the old paradigm, because many souls, we came here to build a new thing, a new structure, a new system. This is not about anarchy. This is about building something new, because everything that comes from this old paradigm is distorted. It's something that I've been talking in a lot of videos, and the reasons why. And well, these two paradigms cannot coexist inside of ourselves. So this is about developing the faith, the confidence. These things are also linked with Jupiter, to assume our power and express the authenticity of the soul, what we came here to do. And also it is linked with new forms of acquiring information, new forms of education. I've been talking about the educational system in relation with Jupiter in Gemini, because this is going to be the preview, like the preview of the entrance of Uranus in Gemini next year. It is going to be the first entrance of Uranus in Gemini, and we are going to have a revolution there. Something something important to mention, I wanted to comment something that I commented in the other channels, is that today I saw in social media something very linked with Gemini, a man that was talking about certain spiritual practice and how important it is to educate ourselves with great teachers with a lot of experience, because there are a lot of scams there, etc. So something that I thought about that is that, I think we have to detach from old beliefs in those terms too, because for example, everything has limits. It is not about getting in the polarities. I cannot read a natal chart if I don't know what the planets mean, or the houses, or the aspects. But also there are a lot of information that are codified in the souls that are incarnated in here to accompany this planetary ascension that is awakening. This knowledge is awakening. So there are new forms of healing, new forms of transformation for our processes that are awakening in many souls. And on the other hand, we cannot develop experience if we don't give the first step. That's what I'm trying to say. So I think we have to detach from the old beliefs of what wisdom really is, because there are many souls that have incarnated many times and that came with a lot of information already. What happens is that the old paradigm don't consider like the energetic planes or the invisible planes, like I like to call them. And in terms of the educational system, I've talked about this, and how I think like not only the educational system, also the healthcare system, the economic system, every system that was conformed with the old basis is collapsing right now. And trying to change that from inside is like trying to pull out water of the Titanic with a glass. So we are here to build something new. And of course, this is about facing not only our fears of expressing our authenticity, but also the fears of being rejected by aspects or parts of the society that are not, that are still very rooted to the old structures. So, well, we are going to be dealing with this, this whole week. And although it is a trine, it is a harmonic aspect. The processes of Pluto many times could be, are linked with transformation and could be could invoke resistances or pain, you know. On the other hand, Mars today, or today, oi, I am mixing the languages. Today, May 26th, is activating the mathematical degree of the last eclipse in Aries of April 8th. So we are having an evolutionary opportunity. Mars is a planet of action and is a planet that is putting this energy available, very linked with courage, with invoking this warrior. I don't like the word warrior, but well, it is very associated with Mars. But it's more like invoking this courage inside of us to approach this evolutionary opportunity. And maybe this when the last eclipse occur in Aries, the last eclipse occur in Aries, um, that had the presence of Chiron. It was like in an exact conjunction. So we were dealing with insecurities and wounds and fears and all of those things, and maybe we couldn't like face at that moment the things that we had to do. But right now we have the opportunity, like we had all this time to process, and right now we have the opportunity to face those things, because also Mars in Aries is going to be in a conjunction with Chiron this week, and it is also linked with that event, that eclipse. We are going to feel it practically the whole week. This is going to be perfected on May 29th, and this wound could be very, very active right now. And well, as I said, we can use this energy to face it, to face our fears and to cross them, because the healing many times occurs when we give that step that we were rejecting to do, not before. So if we are in denial of that, well, it could be that other people, that situations, that conflicts on the outside could activate this wound in ourselves, and we could be very reactive. This is a week that the people could be very reactive to. So it is important to take it in account, just to process anger, this is not about judging anger, but anger is giving us a signal that we need a healthy boundary, a signal that we need to redirect our energy, these kind of things. Also, let's talk about Mercury, because tomorrow it is going to perfect a sextile. It is going to be active until the 29th, more or less. It is active today, of course. We are having this sextile with Mercury, between Mercury in Taurus and Saturn in Pisces. So Mercury is the planet of communication, mental processes, exchange of information, and Saturn is the planet that creates structures, that gives form to things in the matter. It is the planet of limits too. So with Mercury in Taurus creating this sextile, which has a harmonic aspect, we have an opportunity to assume certain decisions, to descending something to this plane in much coherence with the soul, because Saturn in Pisces especially is talking about this coherence, this internal coherence. This is not about being a responsible adult, entering in an archetype that the society have constructed for us. This is about being responsible with our own soul. So, well, we have the opportunity to assume decisions or communicate something that can build new structures here. We are talking about Mercury in Taurus, Taurus is very linked with Earth, descending things to Earth that are in a potential plane, which is Pisces, to Earth. And on the other hand, Mercury, it is going to meet Uranus in Taurus this week. This is going to be perfected on May 31st. I think that I said that correctly. And we are going to feel it from May 29th until practically the end of the week, until the 1st, actually, June 1st. So this could be linked with, news information that is coming to us in a very sudden way. Transits with Uranus could be shocking many times. We could receive news that are like breaking old structures, limited structures that we had, that we sustained. Also, this could be linked with communicating something that is bringing a lot of discomfort. And also, when we, Uranus is the major octave. I don't know if I'm inventing that word, but I don't care. I will correct myself later. But yeah, Uranus is like the higher the big words when we are talking about Mercury, because Uranus is this planet that is very linked with ideas, sudden ideas, but it is actually a downloading of information. And Mercury is the planet is the rich and rules our rational mind. So we are processing those those downloads of information. So we could receive also a call, a call of the soul, to descend something to earth, also to descend an idea to earth. That could be uncomfortable too. Maybe we have to break, a limited structure also to do that. Because Uranus, every time it operates with this, evolutionary purposes. I'm not saying that the news are going to be negative or positive, because those are judgments that our conditioned minds do many times, because we know that when we are transiting something that is apparently negative, that has a revelation of light. And when we are transiting positive things, we also have to keep learning, because we can invoke not the positive things in order to move us to the discomfort and learn. So evolution is infinite. But well, this is an interesting transit that we are going to talk about more, certainly, in this next week. So, well, I think I'm going to finish this video here. Thank you, everyone, and see you the next time. Ciao, ciao.